I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here. What's up, everybody? Station, pop, pop, boom. Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. Welcome to a special presentation of PCP Movie Night, because even though these are tiny little specials, we're calling them movies because, let's just be honest, they're better than some of the movies we've gotten lately from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But tonight, we're going to be talking about the Guardians Holiday Special. That's right, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, written and directed by James Gunn, dropped on Disney Plus today. And in fact, without my man Fable, we would have forgotten all about it. Fable sends me a message. He's like, hey, man, we still doing Guardians? I was like, yeah, we sure are. When's it drop? He's like, today. Fuck. What's up, Fable? How you doing? Thank you for making this possible.
Station. What is up? Yeah, I was on the Instagram and somebody was like, oh, I loved it. And I'm like, oh shit. So I hit you up immediately.
Yeah, and at first I was like, yeah, I guess we'll do it next week. And then, you know what? We actually were able to assemble 5 teenagers with attitude in order to have tonight's show. Joining us also, we got Manny. What is up, my man?
What's up? Jack sensitive nipples. Yeah, I was feeling a little left out. They covered me up for this one, and I thought this was my moment to shine. There was no Gamora. This was gonna be my time, Robbie and Fable. It's gonna be my time.
That was Dave Bautista's time to drink as many beers as he wanted to leading up to this movie is what it was, man. They were like, just put a vest on him, man. Just put a vest on him. We ain't got to do all that makeup. Speaking of makeup, we got Jelani in the house. What is up, my man?
I'm Groot.
That's okay. That's nice. I like that. That's fine. All right. We also got Steph in the house. What is up? Steph's already saying this is a damn near holiday classic, so we're excited for this.
It's you got to keep in mind we haven't seen anything done with James Gunn and the Guardians in half a decade, so I was pretty impressed.
I like how you made it seem even longer by saying half a decade.
Right? I was going to say 5 years, but I was like half a decade. Enforces the longevity more.
Hell yeah. Definitely gets us ready for Volume 3. Speaking of Volume 3, the PCP Volume 3's mixtapes coming up soon, all with a lot of Brooks beats. What's up, Brooks? How you doing?
Hey, Station. So
nobody all week long was even realizing that this shit was coming out this week. We all thought it was happening closer to Christmas.
Yeah.
But, here it is. I guess we're in, I wasn't planning on getting into the holiday season, for another week or two. But, James Gunn's like, nope, it's time to get into the spirit. Let me tell y'all something. This movie puts my ass in the spirit. Holy cow. I loved it. I think we said this right backstage. Maybe all these Disney shows should be specials because they are knocking them out of the park. They're 2 for 2 right now. I think this is amazing. It's up there as an instant classic for me with like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Charlie Brown Christmas. This is like one of the Halloween episodes of early Roseanne, not the later ones, but early Roseanne. This is amazing. I fucking loved it. It blew me away. It had me cracking up, right? It is so heartfelt. It had me emotional. It made me realize how much fun Marvel can be, how much awesome, clever, just style that James Gunn continuously delivers to us makes me realize how much I miss the Guardians of the Galaxy and that James Gunn combo and that pair, because it's been half a decade since we've had it. I love it. I love it so much. It captures the spirit of the holiday. It captures the spirit of the best parts of the MCU. It captures the James Gunn spirit, and it does it all while homaging all of the silly, cringy, hallmarky fucking shit like Star Wars, the holiday special. James Gunn gets it. This is it. The holiday special can get it, y'all. This shit had me tearing up. This shit had me rolling, laughing on the fucking floor. And as soon as it started with the fucking Pogues, I knew it was going to be a musical treat. And James Gunn has given us another classic mixtape. This one, a perfect Christmas mix. Fable, what'd you think about this one overall, brother?
Oh, it was great. Really entertaining, super funny. And like you said, it gives you the Christmas spirit, you know, because at the end there, when it gets a little hokey and gets a little lovey-dovey, you think that James Gunn is just going to ruin it with some crass joke or something like that. But no, he carries the spirit all the way through to the end. And it was just like, oh, snap, this is really like a real Christmas special. This is giving me those damn, what is those claymation ones we used to watch? The Rudolph and the Frosty.
Like the Rankin Bass
the
stuff.
Snowman. Yeah, this is giving me those vibes, man. I'm loving this. So, yeah, it was fantastic. I loved it.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you did. What about you, Manny? Magical Manny. What did you think about this magical movie moment?
It was very good. It was very short. I didn't realize it was only going to be like 40 minutes long, but that's like the perfect length for this.
It did a lot, 40 minutes.
It does. It admittedly is just about two characters, but they picked the two damn best characters, because holiday movies are always like road trip type movies and shit, and those are two that play really well off each other. A couple of slight shifts in Mantis's persona to make her a bit more assertive, which played really well off of Drax. I think they did a phenomenal job of just really hitting this out of the park for 30 minutes. I've seen the Trolls holiday special more times than I could count, and this is almost there as far as it's so good. This is so good.
Okay. Almost as good as the Trolls.
Trolls is
special.
good, man.
Really like
Trolls is
they
awesome.
do. They get on that party bus.
Wow.
You can tell me, Brooks, and Jelani don't have kids. We don't know what the hell y'all are talking about.
Not a bit.
I need to get on board, man.
Those like internet trolls?
Guess we got trolls.
That's
like,
what I thought he was talking about at first. Internet
Yeah.
trolls.
My job is to troll the trolls.
No. When I want to hear a Trolls holiday special, I just put on just the musical tracks to like Jingle Bells, and then I just play Jelani's rants from the She-Hulk fucking videos, and we're good to go.
Well done. Well done.
Thanks to everybody out there in the chat, including our man Dylan's Horror Show, who's doing his Thanksgiving horror movie review tomorrow night. 2 days late, but it's okay. We won't worry about that. It's still going to be a great movie. I watched it on Thanksgiving night, so it's going to be fun to talk about that. Jelani, what do you think about the Guardians of the Galaxy Halloween special?
Yeah, man. I'm surprised. No, I'm not. This is James Gunn. I'm okay with this. This is freaking awesome. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. I just finished watching like 10 minutes ago because, you know, Plex is awesome. Thanks, Drew. So it's just, it has the warm feelings that I thought I was going to have for a Christmas special. It did everything it was supposed to do. It has Yondu in it. And it's just like, I know it's animation, but he's there. And it just feels like they got the essence of it. Like James Gunn knows what he's doing. DC is in great hands. Marvel is screwed because they lost this man. They completely screwed the pooch on this. They totally screwed the pooch on not getting James
argue
Gunn.
that Marvel will be better off for it because now they actually have competition.
I'm going to make them work harder to be more creative.
No, that's not going to happen. No. That's not going to happen. No, sorry,
it could. It
sorry,
could.
Kids. Michael Giacchino and James Gunn, just give them stuff to do and keep giving them like carte blanche to do what they want to do.
James Gunn.
Let John
Favreau get an idea for Moon Knight
on some stuff again. Yeah,
Favreau. Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice for Moon Knight because he know what he's doing.
I heard his first idea for Moon Knight was to give him a real fucking cape.
Yeah, let's give him a real outfit. Let's give him a whole real costume. Let's try that. Instead of making all CG and making those guys work. Who knew? But yeah, other than Werewolf by Night, this is probably the best thing to come out of whatever phase we've had. Whatever
Does this
I haven't seen Black
Does it
Panther.
have a phase classification? Because they said phase 4 ended with Wakanda Forever. So is
Yeah,
this the
right.
start of phase 5?
The start of phase 5.
It could be, yeah.
Best
Yeah,
start
so
of all the
That's
phases.
how I think
Yep.
about it. Yep.
Good start. And
Good
Good start.
I like the
Yeah.
I like the way what they did with Mantis, because I didn't assume that thing with Mantis. I know we're talking about, but I kind of guessed it was that. I thought she was just found, but then to find out, the thing you find out, it's like blows your freaking
We're
mind.
talking spoilers
this is
tonight,
no
y'all,
spoilers.
just so everybody knows. Just so
All
everybody
right,
knows.
Guardians 2?
Mantis is Star-Lord's sister or brother, sister. They them. Doesn't matter. She's related to Star-Lord.
Doesn't matter.
That was a good recovery.
Doesn't matter. It's so sweet though that he has a family, but he already had this family. It's just like his family's gotten closer. And
Yeah.
My only gripe about this entire thing is the way Groot looks. Groot looks like a big muscle-bound bodybuilder for no reason.
Dude,
What
In,
Groot
like-
is he?
Yeah.
Because he was like Baby Groot in 2. He was like Teen Groot in
teenage
Infinity
Groot.
War.
this
He's
is
got no
this
Groot.
is this is the cast member you run into at Disneyland that they could swing to be in this.
Yeah. Walking around the
This is it.
The awkward
Like,
ears. These are
young
awkward
adult
ears.
Groot.
They were
I
walking
think
around
it's like-
Burbank. They found the best damn cosplayer they could, and they're like, "You're
That one.
I think this is like a late teens, early 20s Groot who's starting to hit up the
Okay.
gym because he knows he's got to live up to being
He's
on
gotta
the
look
Guardians
big.
of the Galaxy.
Jesus, he was buff though.
Becoming
He was
a
really
meathead.
buff.
Uncomfortably buff.
Yeah, it didn't look
Yeah.
right to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
I
thing
like.
going on.
Yeah, he's like, yeah,
you know
he's college Groot.
Vin Diesel sensitive as a motherfucker. He's probably like, everyone thinks I'm getting fat nowadays. Can't we just make Groot big? Like,
Can we just make Groot look? That's what they did. Maybe Vin Diesel
He's
was
like,
actually the
he's like, people
cosplayer.
know I'm actually the size of the Rock. Have you seen Fast 5?
I love Fast Five, but to tell me that fight goes that long between the two of them,
Not at
you
all.
out your damn mind, man. Ain't
Not
no-
I think they worked it a little good well. Like he was like in close quarters, like using the momentum against him, but it was when they were trying to stand him side by side, trying to make him seem like similar sizes. That's where they lost me. I was like,
that's
nah.
almost as silly
Nah.
as trying to make it with
Rock
John
is
Cena
giant, bro.
brothers. It's almost as silly as that. So, Jelani, you liked it. You liked it overall.
I loved it, man.
Oh,
I mean,
love it.
like I said, next to Werewolf by Night, this is freaking the best, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What about
That's
you,
what we-
Steph? What'd you think, man? You were really high praising it already.
Oh yeah, I've watched it twice today.
Nice.
I wrote down impressed with how easily Gunn slipped back into the Guardians universe after being gone for half a decade.
Half a decade.
Did a lot in 40 minutes. Great character development, specifically for Mantis. Because in the Guardians 1, we got to meet everybody else. They got to jail, become a family. Guardians 2, they got to expand on that. That's where Mantis was introduced, and she was more of a side character to the plot, almost. And then she really didn't do shit in Infinity War. I mean, she was in battle scenes, but no character development. So it was cool to see. I can see why Gunn used her for this, and he made her more of the family with this installment. Wasn't a throwaway one shot. Added to the Guardians lore. It could have just been some Christmas thing, where it's just a Christmas episode, but some profound things happened in this little Christmas special. And I know, well, this is kind of just relating on what we've been saying. I know they're not creatively bankrupt, Marvel, but these one shots show they still got it. But all in all, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. We've all said it earlier. James Gunn, he gets it. So, It was effortless. He knows how to balance everything so well. It was fantastic.
Yeah, he really does. And Eric in the chat reminded me of my absolute favorite bit in this whole thing is when they see the GoBot cosplayer.
Oh, that was my favorite part.
Like
Yeah.
robots killed his cousin.
That was made for me. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, they know me."
I seriously, I was like, "Is that Cyclone or Ironheart?" I couldn't understand.
That was
what
Cyclone. The second I saw it,
Cyclone.
I was like, "Oh my god, this is
I was
Cyclone!"
like, Marvel got the rights to
Beat the shit out
GoBots.
of him.
Yeah.
Hey man, they talked about Batman and this shit. It's like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
John Cena was on the little star mat, his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Robbie was on there, and Zach
Yeah.
Morris, I believe, was on
Zach-
there too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to be at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo in 2023.
What?
When the two of us meet, when we shake hands, is going to be like the end of the world, like at the end of Southland. Because
Yep.
me and Zach Morris are two beings from the same cloth of creation. Anyway, speaking of cloths of creation, Brooks has a lot of them because he likes to jizz them in socks and toss them into the corner of his room. He's got a mound,
Crusty.
a pile high. That was the nastiest segue I've done in a long time. Brooks, why don't you? There's a real story about this we got to talk about someday. Anyway, Brooks, why don't you not involving Brooks? Brooks, why don't you tell us what you thought about this overall?
Okay. It was good. I liked it.
God damn.
It made me laugh a lot, but it still had, it still had its good, those emotional moments that James Gunn has been so good at delivering in all these Guardians movies. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, some of the best movies right now in the entirety of the Marvel cinematic canon are the Guardians movies. I mean, like,
It's the most consistent.
the characters
yeah.
that have like the least amount, like, investment in most of us, like, we don't know the Guardians too well, but like, I probably know more about them than anything, but they're the best character, what James Gunn has done with them, because he's like, he's made them feel real, like, they have problems and issues, and like, they react to each other like, friends would. I really like the Drax and Mantis, their time they got to do together, because like it was hinted at in, like, in the second movie that they were going to probably be like, kind of a duet of sorts, and it really worked well in this one, especially like all the stuff when they go to Earth and they're walking around drinking at the bar. It's just so good. Like, and it's crazy. This little 40-minute special is like way more enjoyable to me than the almost 3-hour long movie I watched not too long ago. And
What movie are you talking about? You talking about Black Panther?
yeah, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah. I get it.
I got notes for that one too.
It just proves that bigger isn't always better.
That's true. That's true. And I had a really long comment, I think yesterday, about my Black Panther review, and they were like, "You're way too generous with 3." And I was like, maybe I was, but I don't know, man. There's so much things to unpack with that one. That's an unfortunate situation. But this one, though, and just real quick, I just got it real quickly. One time, Mike and some other employees of my comic shop had to go buy a toy collection from somebody, and they had this whole like trailer in the back of their house that was their toy collection. They wind up in a room, and there's all these VHSs everywhere, and they're looking at the VHSs, and they notice they're all porn tapes, and then there's just in that room, it's just all these VHSs, a TV, and a couch, and then they notice that there's all these crumpled up yellow napkins and tissue papers all around, like building up into giant mounds around the room. And then they realized where they were. Which is,
Yo.
In the spank bank.
what I was referencing. Anyway, I feel isn't that messed up, man? That really happened. I asked Mike about that next time y'all are chatting with him. I'm sure.
How many toys did he buy off him?
I was like, I want to ask him. Like, I think I did ask everybody that was there. I was like, what did that smell like? It smelled like sour peroxide and milk. I don't know. Anyway, this movie has a tremendous cast because it's the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy. But they do some exceptional work with certain characters. I want to highlight Mantis because I feel like that's going to be the easiest one to pick because what they did with her character, wow, they elevated that so much in this 40-minute special that could have been all over the place. Could have just been the Drax and Mantis show. They actually spotlight a lot of different people, but Mantis to me is the heart of this whole damn thing. They elevate her power set, what she does physically. I just thought she was adorable, charming, and completely enamoring to me in this special. What about you, Fable? What's a performance you want to highlight?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I don't know what her name is. What's her real name? The
Palm
Mantis actress.
Clementif. I
Yeah,
can never say it right. I can never
that's
say it right
closest.
either. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's still a harder name to pronounce than half the aliens in that band. I will say her real name.
Yeah, I gotta say that they elevated her character, like you said. Her comedic timing is great. The way she switches from being really sweet to being really mean is awesome. You know, she's as funny as Drax now. Like Drax was the funny character. Now they got two of them because Mantis is just as funny. I mean, I love when he threw her over the damn wall.
Yeah.
And she was like, I didn't even finish talking. You threw me over the wall. It was hilarious. So yeah, man, I totally, yeah. She stole the show for me for sure.
Yeah, she absolutely did, and was able to show some more assertiveness, right? Because you see the relationship that's grown between her and Drax. You know, not like a
Stop talking about the berries or the nuts.
I love it, man. I love it so much, man. Or the sag nuts, whatever the hell they are. Or like
I think you're the only one who cares
what
about
he's eating
that.
when he's trying to be like all like invisible and shit. Those are the things he's eating, man. It
That's a
cracks me
good
up.
bit.
What about you, Manny? What's a performance you want to highlight?
Yo, I'm gonna go with Rocket because he had probably my second favorite line of the fucking movie when he's like, relax, we're not gonna hurt you, and he's like, is that a talking wreck? He's like, I'm gonna kill you, and then he jumped. That was so fucking funny.
Straight at him like he's on a line, dude.
I rewound that to show Kyrie, and she had to look up from her tablet, and she was all sorts of pissed off about it, which made me laugh even harder because she's like, you stopped me for this, but it was so damn funny. It was so good. Rocket was good. I loved the relationship that they kind of, not like a romantic, I don't know how animals get down, but between him and Cosmo, I thought that was really cool to pair those up. All the characters except for Quill kind of get paired up. I guess they do kind of pair him up with Kraglin with the backstory stuff too. So it was just kind of nice the way they were working in these other little duos, because it would be easy to put Drax and Mantis together because there's always that kind of underlying romantic tension with those two characters, and then him and Gamora. But it was just nice to see all the Guardians interacting with each other, even the ones like Kraglin that you wouldn't normally see. So I thought that was good.
Yeah, and what's cool is that when you're watching this, when I'm watching this, I'm thinking, okay, so this is just gonna be Mantis and Drax, and it's not gonna, like, no, they developed this thing. There was a certain point in this movie where I literally thought it was about to wrap up, and I was like, there's 20 minutes left. And I was like really surprised with it. We'll get into all that. But Jelani, what's a performance you want to highlight?
Well, yeah, I mean, I want to give it to Mantis too. But you know, I got to pick somebody else. But to further on Mantis's deal, she's fantastic in this, and yeah, she is the heart of it. There's something about their chemistry that works with Drax for that. I know we've already talked on a lot of these things, but
like socially awkward.
Yeah, that's what it is. They don't have normal cues. Their social cues are off. So they don't understand like interactions with people because they've been, you know, pretty much alone for a good bit of their times, but they don't have and like Drax's freaking whole, like his whole culture is supposed to be like this.
Right. Yo, they called him God of War. I just remember that.
Yeah. And he's bulletproof.
They're over there. Yeah. When they're over in the
he's bulletproof. I didn't know that.
And everybody's taking their photos and shit. And he's just like, he just has this confused fucking look. Like, what's going on?
In every photo.
It's a good way to put these characters together, because one of the reasons why they're out, they miss those social cues, is that Drax has been raised with little to no empathy, and Mantis is all empathy. Right? And so they make a really cool team, man. It works together very well.
It's good.
They have their own language too. Like they speak their own way. Like she has a way of speaking, he has a way of speaking, and it's like their own language almost. So they developed them really well.
Yeah, and like my favorite part with her is the lady with the star map. So she like gives her the star map. She's like, "That's $40. I don't
give me all your money."
It's like, give me all your money. Yeah, give me this for free. Give me all your money. I'm like, oh my god! I died laughing doing that, and she's just fantastic in this. Like her personality is through the roof on this, it's just I'm glad that James Gunn decided to highlight her for this. She's just a fantastic character for this portion, and the way she works with Drax goes well. So I guess I'll take Drax too. I'll go ahead and drag Drax into this because their chemistry was fantastic. You can't tell a story without a good protagonist to follow and to make sure that it works properly. And they did a great job with taking like side characters that didn't have much to do and making them like the main characters of this gorgeous story. Like I would have assumed it would have been Rocket and Groot doing something, but you know that's an easy one. That's a go-to. So you pick characters that aren't, you know, that don't look like they should be together to be together, and they work so well. And it's James Gunn, the man that did Peacemaker, that made me like John Cena again. Oh my god!
People finally saw him for the actor he was.
So it's just I'm just glad, you know, James Gunn was just available to do this. Anyone else doing the Guardians would never be the same. So if we had Guardians 3 with a different director, I'd have been mad.
Do you remember how we were all a little forgiving of the latest Black Panther film because we were like, you know,
I'm not.
CG's kind of wonky, and you know they had to do a lot of this during COVID, and so a lot of people were by themselves on green screens. They had to put it together. We get what? So was this one. Okay, so was this one. This was filmed during all that too. So
that's why everybody was spaced out.
Yeah, I mean, let's in the original timeline, Guardians 3 was supposed to come out before Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
so there's been a big change in plans because COVID did throw a big rock in, but you figured the biggest studio in fucking Earth would be able to handle it better than fucking Zack Snyder with replacing an actor at the end in a cave with scraps.
Scraps.
What about you, Steph? We got to do that every episode now. We got to do one. Performance you want to highlight?
I'll highlight Kraglin. I like how he's become the good mediator for everybody. He's always explaining something to somebody else to break it down for them. Like Kevin Bacon, he was explaining why Christmas means so much. He did that for Yondu in the first movie, and I know he did it somewhere in the second movie, but Kraglin's become a cool, endearing character. I like he's went from like a red shirt to like Yondu. You know, I feel like they're gonna have him on Yondu status in the third movie. Kevin Bacon.
I just hope he learns how to use that damn arrow.
It's
his big moment in Guardians 3. I already see it coming, man.
He's gonna save everybody. Or he's gonna sacrifice himself.
Figure out how to use it.
He's like family too, right? Because like he grew up around all those people, so that's like his fam.
I'm calling this right now. He's gonna figure out how to use that perfectly at the end of Guardians 3, at the most peak pivotal moment, and then he'll fuck it up. He's gonna fuck it up at the end, right? Like stab himself or stab Star-Lord in the fucking calf or some shit like that. That's how it's gonna work. I'm telling you.
I don't know, mention the Kevin Bacon though.
Yeah, I was surprised no one's went with that one yet, but we still got Brooks to go. So Brooks, what's a performance you want to highlight?
Well, she wasn't in this one too much, but Nebula is becoming my favorite Guardian, dude. I love the way I just love her reactions to things. Like she started out as this like petulant teenager with a chip on her shoulder who always seemed to like need to try and prove something, but she's like becomes like she is still that kind of, but like, you know, she's come a long way, and like I can't wait for the next Guardians movie because I want to see some more Nebula, man.
Two great Nebula moments for me here. When she gives Rocket Winter Soldier's arm. By the way, here's a special presentation I want to see. How the fuck she get that arm?
What arm does he have now, bro?
I want to see that special presentation.
The arm?
But like when she gives it to him and Rocket's like, she's just so big. She's just like she hates showing any kind of warmth. Right, and then that moment when she starts like feeling the music at the end when Kevin Bacon
she's dancing. I was like, "What are you doing, girl?" You did it though.
Let's talk about Kevin Bacon real quick though, because not only did he nail playing himself in one of these silly kind of holiday specials, he fucking I think he co-wrote that song at the end. But at least he did perform it. That shit was awesome, man.
Yeah. He does that.
Well, let's go through real quick. Let's go across and this is the best performance Kevin Bacon's ever done because he also finally openly admits and talks about being a monumental kill in the original Friday the 13th, because that's always
Actually,
been something that he's
stabbed in the
kind of
neck with an
shunned
arrow.
in his career. And
Yeah,
he's
Jason
always
Voorhees.
elevated Hollow Man, which Hollow Man needs to go down, needs to decrease, and Friday needs to increase in Kevin Bacon's heart. Plus, we got to give major props for Kevin Bacon for making 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon the game so much easier now that he's part of the MCU.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you could do it. It's now needs to be 3 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like, honestly, Sleepers used to be the one that would get me in. You know, because like so many people are in that movie, like, you know, Robert De Niro and shit like that. But then like now it's super easy, so the game's not even hard anymore. We're gonna have to start doing 6 Degrees of fucking Kevin Hart or some shit to make up for it. Fable, what do you think about Kevin Bacon in the role, playing himself, introducing Kevin Bacon?
I mean, Kevin Bacon's like a hero, man. Come on, he's all our heroes. We all saw Footloose, man. We all love Kevin Bacon.
That was such a dope bit how he explained it. He's like he saved the world dancing, no lie, or whatever. He's like, that was dope.
He saved the galaxy with
the galaxy,
real life.
I love the bit when they find out he's an actor, and Mantis is like, he's an actor.
He was like,
oh, thank you. She starts.
Nebula pays it off at the end when she was like, "Oh, I guess all actors aren't big pieces of shit."
Yo, I was surprised that like Disney let them get away with that line.
Yeah, it's James Gunn. They let
James Gunn get away with a lot. Yeah. They let him get away with robots reference, a Batman name drop. Like,
they owe it to him after how they did him, but.
Yeah,
I want to say, I like that. You know, it could have been easy for him to just kind of cash it in, like just do the job he's supposed to do, contractually obligated. But you put a lot of heart. You got to respect that. Like he's gonna see this through, even though they fucked him over.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah.
They did.
The biggest surprise.
We forget that they fired him for a time because of old tweet.
No.
And then very quickly
they addressed.
When he wasn't even employed by them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why Delaney's never been on Twitter. Manny, what do you think about Kevin Bacon's performance as himself?
I thought Kevin Bacon did really, really well. At no point was it self-aware enough where it took you out of it. He really felt like a character in this film. That's not easy to do. And you know, we're all praising the GoBots reference, but let's not act like IDW is not just salivating to get the fucking Marvel action line back. You know what I mean? They're just like, Marvel, use whatever the fuck you want, dude. You want to put Optimus Prime in that shit? You got him. You got him. I never liked Paramount.
Dude. Good point. Good point.
Drax beating up Sidekill is like the best scene ever.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
Claiming
it. One of my favorite things is Kevin Bacon is watching a movie from I think it's from the 60s, but it's Santa Claus
Conquers the Martians.
And I was like, oh my god, he's watching that movie, and that's totally a movie that James Gunn would know about. And there's so many great holiday references that are not the obvious ones. They're all slightly offbeat, like from the music to like the movie that they're playing. And I love it when Kevin Bacon's watching the movie, laughing at it. And I'm like, this is exactly it. And then I noticed that he's got this thing where he's got multiple TVs in his house, and he's playing the same movie at the same time on all the TVs. And he's just walking around the house like without having to pause it. I'm like, damn.
People do it, dude.
I got a third TV. I got to put that in the bathroom so I can utilize this technology. What about you, Delaney? What do you think about Kevin Bacon, brother?
I loved him in this. This was great. Like it's like self-aware him. The fact that he's like phased by these like characters. And by Drax and Mantis, and I'm like, dude, you live in the MCU. This should be like a commonplace thing. And you live in LA, which is also it should be a commonplace thing. So, like, you shouldn't be shocked at the crazy people at your door with superhuman strength and jumping abilities. Which I didn't know both of them had jumping abilities. Mantis didn't have to be prone. She could have jumped too. It's insane. Just hopped over too. But. Like I like how like freaked out he was when he gets opened by the president. He's like, guys, I can't breathe in here. You didn't put any holes in it. It's so many just kooky things, like especially the Fonz reference, asking about like the Fonz. He's like, is a team up like going to dinner? He's like, no, that's not a team up.
He's not a real hero. He's an actor.
He's an actor.
Actor. The way she said
So
it.
it's just like
Oh,
there's
the
so
worst
many
people in the planet, the worst people in the galaxy, the worst people in the universe.
Yeah,
I love it so much, man. It's so good.
yeah, but it's
so fucking
great.
funny.
Fantastic.
And apparently I saw Rich Johnston from Bleeding Cool start saying this stuff about like this felt like an ad for EE at the beginning, and I didn't know what that was till I watched Heavy Spoilers video on this. But in the UK, EE is like their number one like mobile provider, right? And so Kevin Bacon's on all these fucking commercials, and we see Kevin Bacon on the phone a lot in this movie, and I was like, I get it. We don't have that here. You know, all we have is 0-0 ties in the World Cup. Mark, eat that, you piece of shit. England didn't beat us, man. Anyway,
You're talking about soccer.
Well, to be fair,
They're
it's
all
fucking Wales. They have not been to the World Cup since like fucking 1950 something.
Has
So-
Qatar ever been there?
It's like,
Come on.
that's like Babe
Their
Ruth
way
in
in,
the
man.
thing.
This is like some Godfather 3 shit with the Vatican going on right here. Oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Steph, what'd you think about Kevin Bacon? Who
Take
should have
that,
been in
Mark.
Godfather Part 3? Would have made it way better.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't take it over Tom Hagen. You know,
This is the best role he's had in years since I'll say Sebastian Shaw in X-Men First Class.
Oh,
Yeah.
But no, he's fantastic. Kevin Bacon,
point.
there's not a performance he rarely, he's ever done bad to me. Even in the shit movies he's in, he's always kind of turning out a good
I
performance.
bet you're a fan of
He's
Stir
great.
Echoes, aren't you?
I love Stir of Echoes.
I love Stir.
Yeah, I watched it quite a few times growing up. Quite a few times.
Sounds like a movie night needs to be happening.
Mystic
Stir
River,
of Stir of
great Kevin
Echoes.
Bacon movie.
Stir of Echoes and What Lies Beneath. Why the fuck do I watch that so many fucking times? Those two movies
Michelle
get so
Pfeiffer.
much rotation.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
So much
Yeah.
rotation.
Robert
Yeah, she's
Zemeckis.
always, I'm always gonna have a
Yeah.
close place
She
there.
can get it. She can
To be
still
honest,
get
I don't know because I don't watch those movies on a repeated. Like I've only ever seen it once each. To be
All
honest,
the
with you,
fucking
man.
time.
I've
I mean,
watched
neither
Stir of
one is a
Echoes,
skeleton.
like,
Keith.
3 or 4
Fuck.
times.
We either need to have a bacon
Same
fest
page.
at some point soon, a bacon fest, where we
Bacon
talk about
fest.
bacon,
Bacon,
Ooh,
bacon.
that's it. We
Or-
have to. That's so good.
or we got to have that like early 2000s, like into the world, fucking supernatural thriller fest, like Lost Souls,
End of
Skeleton
Days.
Key,
End of Days,
that
yeah.
whole Sixth Sense fucking wave of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
End of Days. I got that on VHS. I'll fucking watch it. Let's do it, man. Anyway, Brooks, what'd you think about Kevin Bacon in this one, man? Greatest hero of the multiverse.
I mean, he was funny. And I like how Menace's powers, like how effective they appear, depends entirely on Kevin Bacon's acting in this movie. And I think he pulled off. When he's freaking out, and then she judges me. She's like, "Okay, you're cool now," and he's just like, "Oh, hey guys," it's just.
When they're
He's
talking
just
about how
so
much
funny.
they hate actors and how much they hate
like
him.
somebody has a problem with actors though. apparently.
He's like, this would really bother me and really piss me off. He does it great. He does the whole thing great. Like even when he like his reactions, he's hamming it up. He's doing the right thing. Kevin Bacon works. Style and structure.
I
mentioned
disappointed, though,
earlier-
on one thing.
Okay,
that
go ahead.
you didn't mention is Sebastian Shaw role. I thought that was like a missed opportunity, kind of.
Oh, they didn't reference it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
absolutely.
I think it's a
He's the
perfect
kind
way. A perfect way for them to say Logan is MCU, because in Logan they have comics for the X-Men, which means that X-Men First Class and all those films get to be films that Kevin Bacon was in the MCU universe. See, so now we can sweep
Look,
all
we're
that
really
under the
stretching
rug.
it, man. They already mentioned Batman, Bruce Wayne, and the GoBots. Okay, the GoBots
Yeah.
are in MCU. They killed Drax's
He
cousin,
killed
man.
Drax's cousin. Yep.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
James
Side
Gunn,
kill.
mic drop.
Come on, bro.
How far they had to
so
go to get
random.
that one, right?
Fucking GoBots.
Like we gotta call.
I didn't know they
Hanna-Barbera.
owned that.
We
Yeah.
gotta call.
James Gunn
James
is
Gunn's
us.
like, I got connections.
James Gunn is like all of us, but like successful and with money and talented.
Yep.
Right?
All those
I-
things.
I-
Yeah.
I'd say we've got some talent, just lacking the funds.
Come on, Steph. You got to learn how to be self-defacing, man. It's part of the charm.
No, I'm joking.
Dude,
All right.
that was just big dick energy that go by the Bruce Wayne thing, because that was just James Gunn showing Discovery, hey, this Guardians thing will always be here for me. So push me, dog. All right, I'm gonna throw Batman in my fucking Guardians movie,
Yeah.
You're gonna take it.
I dare you
That's
to
how
tell
it's
me I
gonna
fucking can't. That's what he's doing
Yeah.
right now,
Yep.
right? He's like, dare you. I wish a motherfucker would. That's what he's doing. It's like original
Yep.
Kings of Comedy. Was it
Yes.
Cedric the Entertainer?
Yep.
The difference between
Wish
white
him-
people walking to a theater and black people walking to a theater is this. White people go, oh, I hope nobody's in my seat. Black people are like, I wish a motherfucker would try to be in my seat.
But isn't that a Marvel DC thing anyway? Don't they do that? Don't they? Aren't they like DC's the comic books in Marvel and Marvel's the comic books in DC? Isn't it like that?
Okay, is the Grant Morrison just show up? What are we talking about here? No, I get what you're saying, man. Steph just dipped out, man. He doesn't like original Kings of Comedy. He was like, Cedric the Entertainer sucks. I'm out. I thought we were going to be talking about Kevin Bacon the whole time. Anyway, while we wait for him, let's talk about the style and structure of this. I mentioned earlier that at a certain point, I felt like we were about to wrap it up, right? And I looked and I had to pause because I had to go like take a whiz or something like that, right? And there was like 20 minutes left. This had more than I expected, and it was paced incredibly well. I loved it. It was incredibly funny, filled with top-notch bits, and had that heart, that charm. You know, it had that emotional core. And like we have so many of these cheesy ass Christmas specials telling us the sacredness and the specialness of Christmas. And they do that here, but he actually makes it work, and he makes it work through some very clever decisions in the script, in the style where he's mimicking, but never does it become full on parody. It always does feel like it's well-intentioned and authentic. And I fucking love it. It's perfect. And once again, in an age where everything is striving to be Godfather length and doesn't deserve it, the two best Marvel projects of the last like 4 years or since Endgame, I don't know how long it's been since Endgame, but they've all been 40 minutes long. Like, come on, Marvel. Like, this is how you do it. And here's the other thing. It's not necessarily always about the pace, but it's about trusting your creators. James Gunn has earned that. They took a gamble on Michael Giacchino for Werewolf by Night, and they won. Don't go too far. Do exactly what we need to do. Maybe it's good for Wonder Man to be a special, because that definitely should not be a TV series. What do you think about the style and structure of this film? Also, real quick, because part of this is special effects. Special effects were good when it was practical, wonky when they did some CG shit. But I'll be more forgiving because at least they gave people real clothes. You know what I'm saying? There's not
like Moon Knight.
Okay, there's Steph. There you
My
go.
bad, guys.
No problem. What did you think about style and structure, Fable?
Style and structure, man, it was really good. It really mimicked those real old school Christmas specials, especially towards the end when they did the musical number, and it's like, I don't know, it just brought back that some things are tropes for a reason, right? Because they're good, and sometimes we forget how good they are because they've been done to death. But every now and then it's good to revisit them, and then you kind of realize that they're gold. You know what I mean? And they just won't ever get stale. I mean, they do, but it'll always come around. And James Gunn tapped right into that vein, man, of that Christmas special, and he knocked it out of the park.
Another great thing.
Yeah.
Well, another great thing that makes it work too and makes it feel classic is that
that
nowhere set feels like a set.
Right? Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, the square. Yeah. I was gonna say that the square that they're in is like that classic feel. Feels like the Charles Dickens Christmas, and they're in the square, and it has that set feeling. So yeah, hell yeah, man.
It made me feel like the end of Scrooged. You know, like like that set.
Right.
I mean, it has the vibe of some of my favorite Christmas movies that actually get to the heart and core about what it means and how to portray that to a cynical modern audience. Let's say a cynical postmodern audience, right? Yeah. Scrooge does that very well. This one does it. It cut to the core of this cold, blackened heart. Right? Even Uncle Scrooge wouldn't have to be fucking visited by 3 ghosts in the middle of the night if this shit happened to him.
He knew when to pump the brakes on his kind of comedy. Like sometimes he likes to record scratch a lot of things, But when the moments needed to play out, he let them play out. So like when that little square we were talking about, when it got lit up with all the lights and they did the pan around the city and you see Peter's face, and right there, you know that it's an opportunity to do one of those MCU kind of jokes, but no, they didn't. They mimicked totally like Miracle on 34th Street and let it play out and let you feel it, you know? So he knew how to hold back even on himself, and I got to give him credit for that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What about you, Manny? What'd you think about style and structure?
Dude, James Gunn did a holiday special so damn good that fucking Luke Skywalker himself was drinking himself silly at the bar in this fucking movie. He's like, God damn. No, I love that. I love that animated sequence at the beginning. I mean,
and that shit's rotoscope, man.
Yo, yeah. I was trying to figure that out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They scattered darkly that shit. Yeah, dude. It was so good. Like I said, every character was.
You were there. They were there.
Every character did what they do best. I loved it. I love the way that the story does a really good job of setting up this like reason for the Guardians to now kind of have to take a backseat, because you know Disney isn't going to let anybody else fuck with those characters now. James Gunn's done with after 3. Now they have to maintain Nowhere, which means if they pull 1 or 2 characters out, that will make sense because they got to run a whole fucking head. I guess it's a celestial head. You know, but so he did a good job with that. Yeah, I don't know, dude. This was so well done. It was 40 minutes. What's weird is it's 40 minutes with like shit that would normally be wasted shit, and it still is a perfectly paced, complete story. Like they're running around doing that fucking Borat in front of the fucking Chinese theater shit, just getting their photos taken. That should have been cut from any other film, but it works here, and you keep it in because it's so damn good. The drinking at the bar, again, that would be cut out of any other film, but it works here. He had 40 minutes to make a great holiday special and still got to throw wasted shit in there and still made a perfect holiday special. That's mic drop shit.
Hell yeah, man. I feel like James Gunn was like, all right, Kevin, I'll do this, but I need one promise. I got to be longer. I got to have more time than Rudolph and Charlie Brown. Just give me like 10 more minutes than they had. And I'm going to give you something golden and classic that everybody's going to go back to. At the end of the heavy spoilers review, I was really disappointed when he goes, I mean, I won't watch this again. Fuck you, bro. I'm watching this every holiday season. 100%. It is up there with Rudolph and shit for me. Jelani, what'd you think about the style and structure? And this is your time to gripe about the CG, which was kind of suspect in this one.
Yeah, but it's better than She-Hulk, so there's that. You got to give it credit.
Because it's that night. Because it's that night.
Yeah. You said it. They said it perfectly. That's fine that they did certain things. I hated the jumping. When they were jumping while Kevin Bacon was running
over.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious. That was funny as hell.
It was I don't
bouncing off of walls like a damn alien.
It made the 1990s Super Mario Brothers movie look really ahead of its time.
Yeah, it did. So
no, but it was wonky. It was,
but it's kind of wonky when they did it. It looks good. The sequence is fantastic. It's just the jumping while they're doing it kind of looked off. It kind of just looked weird that once again, like I said before, Mantis is hopping as high as Drax is. And I've never seen her do that.
Isn't she agile in the comics?
Yeah, I mean, she in the comics, she usually just does kind of shit. But like, I think it's good for the character, and it's setting up. I'm sorry, it's Marvel in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? That
she was jumping off the walls,
painting and shit like
that,
like
Spider-Man and shit.
Yeah,
but you mean like Jean
Grey jumping off the walls?
Cool with her doing that,
all that stuff.
It does break itself because she could easily jump over that.
She could have done that. That's what I'm saying. She could have done that, and like,
but we didn't know. We didn't know.
He didn't even let her stop.
We didn't know the rest of what she was going to say, though, because she could have said, "Do you think you can throw me over this very quietly, right, or something like that?"
She was trying to get
it. It was just, can you throw me over this wall? I bet you 15 Zark nuts. You can't fucking throw me over this wall. That's what she was gonna say. She wasn't able to.
Why don't you just tell everyone? I think only you care about the Zark nuts.
Yeah, but it's paced well. It's a good story. It's a heartwarming tale. You got something out of it. They made it a secular Christmas story, but they mentioned Christmas every 5 minutes. So I really appreciated that for some reason. Of course, it was a happy holiday special, but everybody makes such a big deal about we can't have Christmas specials anymore. We can't do anything like this anymore. But it looks like it was for everyone, and they did a pretty good job of making this secular thing because I didn't mention Jesus or anything, and here's the reason there's a season.
They come across the manger, set,
and they do come across the manger, and that's pretty cool. And
that's what I love about that opening song, and we'll get to the music here in just a minute. But I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here, and they're talk. This is something for Peter, right? And I love that, and I love at the end it says "Merry Christmas" and "Happy Holidays."
And Happy Holidays.
I've seen some people pissed that it's not called the Christmas special, and I'm like, those people. I'm sorry, but I don't think this world's got much left for you, man. I don't know. You need to rethink some shit, man. But like this, Christmas exists amongst a lot of other like holidays and occasions at this time. And it goes back to something older than Christmas, which is the
it's just an Americanized holiday, kind of, because like I know people who are like Hindu and stuff like that, and Christmas time they celebrate it just because it's like what people do on the 25th.
There's different facets of.
And you can't eat at KFC for 2 fucking months because of Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Just in Japan, they think that the Christmas dinner is a KFC dinner. Dude, they like if you didn't know that, it's real. They start taking fucking orders like in reservations like 6 months.
Santa Claus like Norwegian
KFC like blows up on Christmas in Japan.
Shit. Well, you got to consider the source, though, of their knowledge of Christmas anyway. It's from like a little kid that was abducted when he was a little ass kid. My daughter's been raised in a Christian home her entire life. She still believes Christmas is just when Santa come to the house. She don't know that. You know what I mean? She ain't worried about any religious context.
It makes me think of this moment in Godfather 3 that I love so much when the future John Paul I says, "This is a country that's been steeped in Christianity for centuries, but it hasn't penetrated yet," right? And it doesn't matter whether it's Christmas, whether it's Yule, whether it's Hanukkah, whether it's Kwanzaa, whether it's, just any solstice celebration or whatever it is, whether it's a secular or a religious holiday to you, let the spirit penetrate. And this movie allows it to penetrate. Speaking of penetration, Steph is the king of penetration amongst all of us right now.
Those transitions.
About this
Very expert
tonight,
y'all.
Tonight.
Sound structure. We said it. It was 40 minutes. Did a lot of stuff. Could have, like I said earlier, could have easily just been about Christmas and a one and done, but had a lot of deep lore for the 40 minutes time slot. It just paced very well. You guys have said it better than I could. So,
do you have any issues with the jumping stuff?
No, and actually, I Groot didn't even look that bad. I think it's just jarring compared to his previous sizes. But he did look smooth for the most part. I think the set, everything was well
right? Cosmo was great. Like all that stuff was great. I couldn't tell if that was a real dog in a fucking
over CG.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, you sure.
You put all the budget in Cosmo.
Yeah,
and Kevin Bacon, and they're like, I'm like, is that Kevin Bacon's house?
That couldn't be
right. I thought the same thing. I was like, his house,
man.
That sofa was clean, son.
I bet James Gunn's like, hey man, I'll save you some money. We'll film it at my place. I bet that's James Gunn's place.
Yo, I want to shout out the bar scene. Was it great? I nailed that because it was just a bar scene. I think some directors might have gone out of their way to. I don't hate heavy-handed. I don't like stuff being forced in my face, forced down my throat and stuff. And that bar scene was, handled very well. Like, it wasn't like, yes, Queen, which was cool. Like, it was just a bar, it could have, some directors would have easily highlighted, hey, they're at a gay bar, but James Gunn handled that very well.
Oh shit, they are.
Yeah, that I'm on my second watch. I noticed that. I even noticed it in the first watch.
The guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, come dance with us. Can I buy you a drink?" And everybody's just having fun.
Like, and it was easy. You don't have to make a point of it.
Personal experience.
She blows out the smoke. You go,
Gay clubs are the best clubs. I'm going to tell y'all that.
They have the most fun.
They play the best
They're good
fucking
clubs.
music. I'm going to tell you, they play the best fucking music. Everybody's there to dance and have fun. Trust me, that shit's great. I'm not stereotype. Gay clubs are the fucking best clubs out there. Okay, in my personal
Oh
experience.
yeah.
I've heard that gay Halloween parties are supposed to be like off the hook too.
I bet. I mean, fuck. Let's get it going. All right.
Yeah, I
Brooke,
was gonna say we should.
what'd you think about the style and structure?
It was. I mean,
We had a
it
weird
was-
show tonight, y'all.
I don't know why.
We've gone into places. Talking
Yeah.
about religion and gay bars. Same thing.
Yeah.
Who knew?
It was good. I mean, it delivers what you expect. It's a holiday special with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and when I'd heard about it, I thought it was going to be probably like more like a Guardians kind of thing, with like just Christmas kind of wedged in there, But it's actually a holiday special, and it feels like naturally it's a Christmas special made with the Guardians in it. I love the way it's about Mantis trying to like bring Christmas to Peter because she's trying to reach out to him because she's afraid of revealing to him if she reveals to him that she was also Ego's child and that they're related or something. She doesn't know like I think she says something like, I don't want him to look at me and think of our father or something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mm.
Because
So-
he could see her and just be reminded of
Yeah.
Ego all the
Right,
time,
right.
Yeah.
So it's like she's using this thing that he loves so much. Like she wants to give that to him as kind of a way to make it, as she would think,
Amends.
easier to tell the truth to him. It's like it's a very touching thing. Like James Gunn is so good at that with these movies, man. He takes these characters, these like weird aliens and all this shit, and he just makes them so like human and relatable. And like when they're happy, you feel happy. Like when they're sad, you tear up a little bit. And and this special has it all in 44 roughly minutes.
It can
It's
be done.
like all the stuff you
41.
Who knew?
from a Guardians movie and a
Can
holiday
be
special.
done.
And now that you mentioned that,
I
but
think
the
will be like going back to year after year. I think it has that staying
yeah.
power.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk about the music. The music, first of all, the score is composed by John Murphy, who has done amazing work with Michael Mann, including the Miami
wow.
Vice remake. And I love that. He's also done 28 Days Later, which is an
No
amazing.
shit.
Yep, he did the music in Snatch as well. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Wow.
This is a fantastic composer. And in this film, and he wasn't the composer of Guardians Volume 1 or 2, but he will be the composer of Volume 3, and he was the composer of the Suicide Squad. So this is a new collaborator with James Gunn. The music was so perfect as far as the composition and the original score, because there was a moment where 100% James Gunn's like, give me Danny Elfman Batman Returns, right? And you get that like Edward Scissorhands Batman Returns Christmas score, Danny Elfman like, right? That's in there. But the choices early on when we started this, I said, as soon as it started with the Pogues, holy shit, like Fairy Tale of New York, like, are you kidding me? I love the fucking Pogues. And he's choosing really great music that is a little bit off kilter. He could have easily just done the silly ones. Like I wouldn't even been against him if he would have done like the John Lennon Merry Xmas, or if he would have done the Paul McCartney Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. No, he chose the right Christmas songs that were off kilter, like, but not in a hipster look at me putting together this Christmas mixtape for you. They all were integral and important to the story of the Guardians, right? The Pogue songs talking about starting Christmas Eve off in the drunk tank. That is something that any Guardians of the Galaxy member will go through at some point in their life, right? And then they use, oh my God, I love the Christmas rapping song by the Waitresses. I think that's one of my favorite Christmas songs that I don't hear on a lot of people's lists. And anybody that knows me knows I love the Smashing Pumpkins. and they use Christmas Time by the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, I noticed that. I
didn't know that song existed. I was like, is that the Pumpkins?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, me too. I was like, is that?
It was.
And it's a really great overlooked Christmas song because Billy Corgan's actually doing some, like, if you compare those lyrics to other lyrics from Billy, like there is something going on there. He does understand the meaning of Christmas and how it's about spending time with with people that you love, right? And they do that in the moment when before they go back into the hijinks where Kevin Bacon comes out of the trance, tries to run away. But the moment where Peter's like, holy shit, they're doing this for me. And that's playing, dude, that's when it started like fucking getting to my heart, dude. I started tearing up, man. I was just like, I'm not ready for this right now, mate. I'm just not ready for this, dude. Like, holy cow. Plus, America tied England today. Just made me feel really good all around.
Yeah, take that, Mark.
Music. Yeah, take that fucking Mark, you piece of shit. We play soccer here.
You actor. You freaking
actor. Anyway, we love Geeks Unleashed and Mark, by the way. So, you know, he's asleep, so we're not ashamed to say whatever we want to. Hey, but what do you think about the music in this one, man?
I thought it was fantastic, man. Once again, they picked songs. Now this one, these were songs that I was not familiar with. I don't know who Pogue is. I barely could make out that it was Corgan when I was listening to that one. So I was like, is that the Smashing Pumpkins guy? But the songs that they picked fit the moments, like you said, and they were perfect, and you know, they went a different route with it. Instead of giving you the cliche or the songs that we all know, they gave you new songs to maybe dig into now. Like, oh, I like that song that was playing. I'm gonna go check it out. So yeah, it was great. It was great. Did it again, man. Did it again.
Yeah. The only fault I would have is that if Peter Quill was abducted in 1988, he would be like me in 1988, a huge fan of the Alvin and the Chipmunk show, and he would be familiar with that one. And they probably just couldn't get the rights to use the Christmas song by Alvin and the Chipmunks. Manny, what'd you think about the music? And then guide us along through as I dip out for just a moment.
Boom. The music worked. It felt like a Guardians soundtrack. It's a lot of alternative indie type shit, and I dug it. I mean, it works. I didn't notice the score, so I feel bad, Mr. John Murphy. You did a great job of underscoring the film and keeping me. Your music was the breadcrumbs that my Hansel and Gretel followed through this film. If that makes you feel better, you did a lot of work. I didn't notice. But it was
he did his job very well then. You know, it's not supposed to take you out of the film. You know, it's supposed to be cohesive. And then
when you notice it, it's because it's really good or really bad.
Right.
If you don't notice it, it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that shit was awesome. I'm gonna look up that old 97s because that I don't know who the hell they were. I was like, this is like fucking They Might Be Giants is kind of cooler older brother. Like you know what I mean? I was getting those vibes. I was like, but these guys, you know, they wear a leather jacket and they smoke, so they're cooler. Like I dug them. Lyrics are great. I love that last song Kevin Bacon sings with them because it's so fucking perfect for the Guardians. Because it's like the song, the lyrics, it's like stream of consciousness for like, I don't know, just like somebody comes to your house, you're like, I'm gonna make you some food and then help me do the dishes, and then like it's the weirdest fucking lyrics, but it works for the Guardians. They just kind of pick up more people, and they're just like, yeah, come on in. We're making fucking beans and I don't know what the fuck the lyrics were, but it was very good. It was very good. Kevin Bacon did a good job singing.
I'm shocked.
He's a musician, so
yeah,
I did not know
been
that.
doing it for years.
Yeah, but there are guys that are musicians that still can't. Like Russell Crowe's ass can't sing with the motherfucker, but he's been singing. He's been in a band forever. But
Keanu Reeves is in a band. Keanu Reeves plays guitar or something like that too.
Yeah,
a lot of people do it, man.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. I mean, you got more than one in acting chop. You gotta do something else too.
Because actors are pieces of shit, need everyone to notice them. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. But yeah, no, otherwise I thought it was really good. Jelani, what did you think about the music in this?
It sucked. Fuck this movie's music. It fucking sucked. This was a She-Hulk. What the fuck? No, man, this music was great, man. I mean, it was quirky. I'll say that. I probably need to watch this a second time to get everything. I like the old 90s at the beginning. That whole Christmas song is fantastic. I know we've gone over it, but it's just a goofy song to start this movie. And James Gunn knows how to place his music in his films anyway. He's done it so well for so long. It's like mainstay for him to just put really just, like I said, quirky, just funny little anecdotal songs along with a brilliant score. And it just pieces it all together. There's not much you can say about it. Like I said, I just watched this thing like 30 minutes ago now, or almost an hour now. So it's still fresh in my head, but it's still it's catchy. Everything that was done, it's beautiful. So I mean,
next time anybody rewatches this, pay attention to when Kevin Bacon's running down the street and the weird leapfrog shit going on, but pay attention to the music there, the composition. That's the Danny Elfman bit in particular that I'm talking about. Really strong. And I just love the usage of the music in this one. And that is 2 original songs, the one by Kevin Bacon at the end there, and then the one by the what is it, the old
90s? The band.
Dude, that's a new Christmas classic for me, man. I'm going to be playing. And this is just a great playlist to play at Christmas time when you're tired of hearing Mariah Carey and Wham, and you're tired.
I'm never tired of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I'll.
This is a good one to kind of throw in there. Steph, what do you think about the music?
I can't say better than you guys, but I will riff off what Jelani was saying about his placement of music. He knows how to pick particular lyrics that fit the scenes, and they emotionally resonate very well. James Gunn is just the man.
Absolutely. He is the man. Speaking of the man, Brooks, what's up, man? What did you think about the music in this one? I was trying to say something. I was going to go into another Godfather 3 bit. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Just get off subject. I watched Godfather Coda this afternoon. You don't need to watch that.
No, you don't. Not at all. It's the same movie. It's like watching Godfather 3 twice.
I've already watched both. I apologize, but I feel like
I'm mad as fuck.
Owes me $15.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Fucking Coda takes out.
Movie.
It takes out two of the things that you can laugh about in the fucking movie they get rid of. It's like you don't get to see fucking Sophia run off like a fucking weirdo, and you don't get to see him fall out of a chair. Like the 2 hilarious parts of the fucking movie.
They do the bit. We'll get to it Monday night. Anyway, Brooks, what do you think about the music in this movie?
You made me watch Godfather 3 twice. I'm still mad.
Yeah, I made myself watch it twice too. Come on, man.
I guess I'll only watch it once then.
Don't be a
And the medal ceremony, we'll talk about it, but the medal ceremony isn't even in the movie. Like they cut it out.
It didn't need to be, but
it didn't need.
One good thing that it did, though, is it placed the Vatican, the dude at the Vatican coming to Michael begging for help first. Because that was supposed to happen.
That's what it should have been.
It was
It's asking for a favor.
Brooks, have you watched Godfather 3 at all yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, just pick whichever
Subtitles,
one.
Man.
Anyway, what do you think about the music in this one?
Bump Coda.
I like the music in this special, which I'm not a big fan of a lot of like our traditional Christmas music. Like I don't, dislike it in particular, but a lot of it's just so played out for me. Like I've heard it in so many movies, and there are certain Christmas songs there's certain Christmas songs I really don't like. There's certain Christmas songs I'd rather not listen to if I can help it. And then there are the ones that I actually do like. And I think the Christmas songs in this movie are original enough. They're not like the same old shit that I've heard a million times. Mm-hmm. So that, it still feels like a Christmas song, but it's something new. So I can enjoy it a little better. So yeah, I think it was a great soundtrack.
I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here.
I love the opening where he's like
with the aliens, like misunderstanding everything about Christmas.
Yeah, he's like that's not true.
Yeah, you're right. And then they start going off on some crazy shit.
He's like, the elves are gonna rise against Santa Claus.
Stab Santa in the eyes.
Mrs. Claus works the pole. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That
So
song
many
and
tidbits.
Invader Zim bow down before the power of Santa or be crushed by his jolly boots of doom. Those are like my two fucking Christmas songs. Oh, I'm a Grinch as a motherfucker. I don't listen to shit.
So you're like a Yondu. You ruin Christmas. By the way, anybody notice that there's a post credit scene here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody see that?
All
Right?
CGI. That's how you spend a
It's
CGI on a
CGI.
post-credit scene, okay? Meg Thee
Exactly.
Stallion, She-Hulk.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. This is the first MCU like Disney Plus thing that's actually got a true post-credit scene.
Yep.
Because everything else has been like a mid-credits thing. This one, and I was like, I know James Gunn. I'm
What
gonna
are you
watch this one all the way fucking
Yada
through.
yada yada
The
yada
last second,
yada
yeah.
yada
I
yada
scrolled
yada yada. You forgot about yada yada yada?
No,
wrong
that
with
was
you?
a mid-credits.
That was a mid-credit. No, that
Ew.
he means
Then
like
She-Hulk
very
does suck.
As soon as it goes filmed in
She-Hulk
Georgia,
does.
you can usually dip
Yeah,
out
it's
on
over.
Disney Plus,
Yep.
but not here. And I knew that James Gunn would have that for us because, like I said, when me and Rex were talking last week about what to expect from James Gunn at DC, this is what to expect. He understands what we want, and I think he knows how to deliver it.
Yep.
Right? Like, there
He's
you
been
go.
doing it so far. He's
All right.
nailing it.
This is going to be the easiest fucking theme talk I think we have because this one is so on the nose, right there, obvious as shit. Fable. What's the theme of this movie? What's it saying to you?
There's a lot of things you could probably say about
You're-
this. I would probably go with I guess friendship. You know, the power of friendship and how much the length you would go to make somebody you love happy. Because even Drax wasn't down at one point. It was like, yo, you want to like say, you know, make Christmas for Peter, or you want to?
Or you want
do
the
other
elf?
thing?
He was like,
The elf.
the elf? Yeah.
He's like, I want the elf.
Yeah. That was cute.
But when she gives him the elf, then he gets
Yeah.
the spirit of it, right?
That was a great scene. He got so excited.
It's just, it's just friendship, relationships. You know, everybody, doing more for others than they do for themselves.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Absolutely. Give a little bit. Give a little bit. Oh, come on. Anyway, we're moving on. Manny, what about you? What's this one speaking to you?
You know, I think that this just kind of further cements what Guardians is really about, right? It's about finding your family, finding your tribe, and building a structure around that works. I mean, these are heroes, right? They got a whole fucking head that they live in now with a bunch of refugees and shit, and they're heroes, but they'll still rob a bitch for $40. Like I'm just these characters
Just for a good cause.
These
Give all your
characters
money.
are scoundrels, but yet they love each other and work together for the better good. Like I love that. I love that. You know, when you boil it down, these Guardians movies just say what we all know in our heart, that, you know, no matter what fucking curveballs life throws you, none of that shit matters because we all know that actors are assholes. And that's kind of where it goes.
Pieces of shit.
That's the theme of the movie.
You know?
And as Bobby will remind us,
worst.
any movie with Vin Diesel is about family.
I can't believe they didn't reference that in some sort of way since they got
Right?
Vin Diesel.
He said it. He said I am Groot. He
I-
said I'm Groot. What are you talking about? He said
Delaney,
it
what's
every
this
time.
movie? Delaney, what's this movie
It's about
talking about to you?
Groot.
It's about family,
Equals
goddammit.
family.
Yeah, it's the Christmas spirit. It's like adding Christmas spirit into your life. It is basically being generous, being giving, you know, going out of your way to help someone in their time of at least spiritual need. Like Star-Lord, his spirit was crushed because Gamora was gone. He lost the love of his life. He had finally found happiness in and he lost his father, who was insane, but he gained a sister, and he already had a family. So, you know, it's also about looking around you and seeing what you have already, because you don't know.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't see that, and you know, about it reminds me of the Jason David Frank kind of situation. Like he had fans and followers and people that loved him, and you know, he couldn't see it from the forest from the trees. And I think he was working himself too hard and got in an argument with his wife, and just things just happened. I hate to go to that route, but this is what I think about, especially during the holiday season. And a lot of people, this is the time where it happens. This is the time where people are just like, I don't want to be here anymore. And we gotta, you gotta embrace that spirit. No matter how bad it gets, it can get better because you have people around you that are doing this. And I made a Facebook post about this, about, it's hard. You got to check on your friends. You got to check on your family. You got to check on people and make sure that everything's okay. A lot of people are happy and a lot of people are doing certain things, but they're hiding something behind it. So it's always good to check on people and make sure you love everyone.
People don't want to come off as weak. You got to check in on them, even especially the ones that you think are the strongest. Like you see that they're strong. Oh, they can handle it. No, check on them too.
And don't make it appear like. And the thing is, don't be like. It's not just about checking in on them, but it's about being a part of their lives. Right?
Being a part of it.
Check on them at these times of the year where it's hard for some of us, right? But like, be there, be a part of the life.
There.
Like be there, do something.
Show up.
And that's what Mantis does for Peter in this. It's all about, and oh man, it's so freaking good. Mark McGrath every morning says it's about fuck the GoBots. I love that.
Yeah, true.
My favorite bit.
The GoBots. The GoBots.
Yeah, I would love James Gunn for
Scooter
the rest of my life because of that bit right there. He's like my top 5 now.
Yeah. Steph is our resident master of penetration, and he likes to fuck GoBots. So why don't you tell us what you think about the meaning of this?
I knew there was something about you, Steph.
We're going to be oiling up our fists and plowing some GoBot ass.
I prefer leader one ass.
The meaning of Christmas, essentially.
I'm working on it.
But just you guys have all nailed it. But the meaning of Christmas, something about that time of the year that gets people's hearts opening up more so than any other time. Family, friendship, all that good stuff. But it's just the theme was like the meaning of Christmas. It makes people want to step outside their comfort zones and help each other a little bit more around Christmas time.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, fuck yeah. It's the theme of every Christmas movie, right?
Yeah.
Special, right? It is. It's about love, right? It's just damn, it's so heartwarming, man. Speaking of heartwarming, Brooks rip parts out of people and then put them underneath a heat lamp for further future use. What do you think about the meaning of this movie, Brooks, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2?
I think this movie is a lot about, learning, this is a very typical kind of theme of these movies, is learning what the holiday's really about. Because, the main two, which is Drax and Mantis, they start out like with the Christmas spirit, of we need to find Peter something to make him feel better. And then, they get to Earth, and then all of a sudden, like, they're seeing all the commercial stuff, all the trappings, all the fancy stuff that sometimes can distract you from like the real meaning. Like, they grab Drax grabs the elf. It's like they just see the shiny things, and then they get off track. They forget why, they're there.
Bro, I love when Mantis. Sorry to interrupt, but I love when Mantis needs like affirmation. Like, this doesn't look like a human, like a man to you, does it?
It's candy cane.
It's like she finally gets the true meaning of Christmas. Is like, I got to give this thing away because it's not about me. This is about me. I came here to do something for Peter. And it's like, the whole commercialization of Christmas is a thing that bothers a lot of people. And, it is something that, bothers me too, but it's just become such a part of the thing that the lesson of, the whole idea that, the commercialization of Christmas isn't what's important. What's important about Christmas is enjoying it, just enjoy the ride, ignore what you don't like, enjoy what you do, spend time with, the people you love, try to find something to make them happy.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes. 100%. And I love too when she's Drax has flipped over this police car, and she's like, I'm going to give this to you, and I really wanted to keep this. We're
even now.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. Well
You
put,
can't
everybody.
kill him, Drax.
The only thing I will add in is that this whole movie is about 69 mega emotion. Anyway, 69mega.com, fill life with emotions, find love, man. We're talking about the importance of love here, and we get a sex spot. Anyway,
Nice.
it's
That's
about
kind
love.
of
Nine, dude.
It's about the spirit of the holiday. What is the holiday about? What is this whole time of the year about? Well, we can get into it, but let's just say it's about love. It's about connection. It's about doing something for somebody else and accepting something from somebody else. The holidays are not the best time for some people, for a lot of people, actually, right? Me personally, man, yesterday was Thanksgiving. That was one of my roughest days this year, man. Thanksgiving, Christmas, it just makes me miss my mom. It just makes me miss my grandma. It just makes me miss the way things used to be, right?
Right.
But so many times in my life, I've been reminded through holiday specials and films like this, or through real life actions by my family and friends. And Jelani and Brooks have been two of my longest friends. They're my family. You know what I'm saying? There have been so many times in my life where I've been in Peter Quill's position. In fact, in my adult life, I'm more in his position where let's just get through the fucking holidays. I'm tired of it. I don't want to think about it, right? But then you realize people care about you, right? And no matter what your tragedy is, no matter what your situation is, no matter how deep and dark it seems, there are people around you that love you. Reach out to them. Allow them to reach out to you. And on the other side, like Jelani was saying, reach out to people, and be, I'm not saying that you got to be responsible for paying attention, whoever goes through seasonal depression or whatnot at this time, but those that you consider your friends and family, stay in contact, be there, especially during this time of the year, because it's hard for people, y'all. It's hard out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right here for a pimp.
It surely. I was thinking hustle and flow myself, man.
Can't get no money from
It's
them.
hard. We have not done hustle and flow yet.
We have not done hustle.
Oh
and flow.
my
Whoop
God!
that trick.
That is something we have to correct.
The
That's
only
right.
soundtrack that might be better than a James Gunn soundtrack or Dazed and Confused might be Hustle and Flow. Anyway, 3-6 Mafia won an Academy Award for that movie. Y'all.
They did.
Oscar-winning musical artist 3-6 Mafia. No, it's about love, and it's about not just giving love, it's about receiving love. So many people have that problem. That's Yondu's story.
Yep.
We got to be hard. We don't accept gifts. We don't take anything we didn't earn. I'm like that sometimes. I love when people give me shit, but I don't like accepting gifts of love, if that makes sense. It fucks me up too much.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm just like, man, no, you don't love me. I'm a piece of shit. Come on, man. You don't know me. No. Love yourself, love your neighbor, and reach out. Right? That's what this is about. It's about that spirit. And Mantis was worried if Peter knows that I'm his sister, it's going to remind him of all the tragedy of his family. Sometimes we just need to remember we still have family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's important. And that's why I fucking love this fucking holiday special. God damn, this is so good. Had me tearing up, y'all. Had me tearing up, man. I'm not even kidding. Yesterday was rough for me, man. Thank God I had blood rage to get me through it. But the holidays are rough for a lot of people, especially those that have lost people close to them. You know what I'm saying? And
of course,
man, this movie, I thought I was going to go into the 2022 holiday season I thought I was going to be a Scrooge this whole year, to be honest with you.
No, man.
Man, I'm wearing my Santa Auburn hat. War Eagle, goddamn.
War Eagle. War Eagle.
It's not going to happen.
That's right.
But,
but we can dream.
I'm going to dream.
Come on, Lack.
I'm gonna be there.
Come on, Coach Lack.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Tomorrow night's gonna be one of those nights where we go War Damn Eagle. Anyway,
that's right.
So
it's gonna be rough.
Reach out, allow yourself.
We're setting it off.
Anyway, all right. This movie's fucking awesome. The special, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Out of 5 possible you digs. You out there in the chat, time to rate the whole goddamn thing. Why are we almost talking as long as we did on Godfather Part 2? On this one, man. because it's new and it's fresh and we're excited and this is how we are when we're
It's longer than the
home.
show.
And I just want to let y'all know, my family, these 6 dudes, including me, I'm my own family. These 5 dudes here with me right now. Thank you all so much. Y'all answered the call. And within like 8 hours, we were all assembled, ready to go for tonight. And I appreciate you taking the time out to be here tonight. Fable, Manny,
Thanks, Fable.
Laney, Steph, Brooks. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. And don't forget, the true spirit of Christmas is love. But the true spirit of Festivus is grievances. And that's coming up soon. So start working on your grievances. Buddy.
I hate
Fable,
your
out of
ass.
5
You
days.
actor. You freaking actor.
I just can't wait for this one to be like, my first grievance is get actors. Those
Those
pieces.
actors.
Yeah,
Pieces
fucking
of
actor.
They
Shit.
pretend to be something they're not.
Oh man. Yeah, man. Just to write off that sentiment real quick, man. Yeah, man. Just so you think you're alone and all that, man. You could make something. You just gotta reach out, right? You could make that family. You could make that surrounding. Take it from me, man. I didn't really have too many friends and nothing. 2 years ago, pandemic happened, and now I have a lot of friends. You know what I mean? But that's because I went out there and I sought that, and I went for it. And I hit Steph up, and I hit Big Herm up, and I hit Robbie up, and I hit Jelani up, and I hit Manny up. You know what I mean? You gotta reach out too, man. It's not, you gotta put your part. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna give this 5, you digs. Just like Werewolf by Night, looks like they're knocking these specials out of the park. This one's no different. It's another good one. Great talent that they assembled as far as production on this little 1-hour special, 45-minute special is concerned. I love the contrast here with Werewolf by Night, whereas Werewolf by Night is a whole bunch of flash, a whole bunch of
Style.
showing off style. Yeah, a lot of that. In this one, I was so impressed by James Gunn restraint, working under the MCU, PG, can't be raunchy, too raunchy, and him being corny and embracing the corniness. I have a new level of respect for James Gunn because, I love him, but sometimes he fits under this like raunchy role where I just expect this sort of comedy from him. And he really surprised me with this one by letting the corniness fly, by letting the love fly. Hell yeah, 5 digs, station.
Hell yeah. Perfect score from Fable. What about you, Manny?
5 ya digs, gold stars, because I couldn't find what the hell kind of emoji you use for a dig.
I guess
A
you use
shovel?
the word you dig.
A shovel. Yeah, but I can't Google search that shit. It don't exist yet.
Right.
But anyway,
That's where
Five
the
you
whole
dig.
thing of you dig came from. First of all, I like saying you dig. When I say something like you dig,
You
know?
dig.
mhm.
I love that. But then I used to say this in the earliest movie nights, and Manny may remember this. But at the end, I was like, if you ever want to dig deeper and figure out what the movie's really about, dig. That's what I used to end everything with,
You
right?
did used to say dig.
Yeah,
That's right.
We dig. We dig in to these
Mhm.
movies, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a shovel worked.
All right. Well, I did. I
did
couldn't
it
Google
tonight.
search it, but I got 5 stars. So that's my digs. Here, I'll bury the motherfuckers. There we go.
5.
All right.
5.
5 ya digs. Yep.
All right. What about you, Jelani?
Man, this was fucking worse than She-Hulk. I cannot believe.
So that's a 5.
Jesus, yeah. So it's a 5. Absolutely. How do you know 5 you digs, man? God, why can't look? Why can't Marvel just make specials? I know we said this already, but why can't you just do that and put it on Disney Plus, or just instead of doing as 8 seasons of Obi-Wan Kenobi for no reason and 6-hour specials of nothing, and you're spacing
what
out
you need.
movies. Just do the essentials. Do just normal stuff. Don't troll your audience. Don't pander to groups or ists or phobes or whatever that crap is. You don't have to do that. It's proof. You got 2 specials out of your whole catalog of movies that you got since 2020 that have a message that's positive that you want to watch again and again, and that's how we give you money. It's so weird. If I like giving people money that I support, that know what I like, and if you like me and it shows, I'm gonna give you money. So it's very it's so weird. I don't know how that concept goes away from people. They're like, our shits don't stink, so we don't do nothing. And that's what it feels like now. And it shouldn't be that way. And you're like antagonizing like the people that give you money. That's just stupid. So this is perfect. This was a great special to top with Werewolf by Night. They're great bookends to each other. I mean, they finally know what's going on. Now, they're not listening. That's the problem.
They are fucking listening. Marvel quoted me on a bad review of a comic book and like quoted me as if I was saying something positive. They are watching. God damn it. They are watching us.
They better be watching us. Man,
look, here's the thing.
She-Hulk is hot garbage. Hot garbage.
You know why I think these two specials work? And by the way, Jelani, I really appreciate you and how you're able to turn a very positive review of Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special into shitting on the MCU again. But maybe it's this.
Sorry.
I really
they told me how they felt.
This is what I think. I think with these specials, at least for these first two, they were like, "Yeah, we'll do these specials. Yeah, sure." I feel like there's no oversight. Just let them do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Kevin Feige and the game planners thought much was going to come out. Now they're going to go, holy shit.
Yeah, we can control
This is the next wave.
These are our two most popular. Now we're going to get too many 40-minute specials that are shit. Trust me, it's what's going to happen. You know, it's just like,
I know we told them 18 episodes of Daredevil, but let's tell them 12. Fuck it. Let's just
do a special. Maybe just do a special.
Let's do a Daredevil special and have Jessica Gal write it.
I'm worried about
let's
18
do it.
episodes of Daredevil now, to be honest with you. But we'll be here for all goddamn 18.
Scared.
Anyway,
Yep.
Steph.
Unfortunately.
So we
To
have scores all the way around, right? So far.
yes.
So far.
Time for me to break that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give it a 5, of course. But I was gonna say, have any of you guys seen Super by James Gunn?
Yeah.
Rainn Wilson, Kevin
I've actually
Bacon.
never seen that.
That's a
awesome.
great
It's dark.
James Gunn film.
I saw that before I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, "This is chef's kiss good." I'm surprised, Robbie, you haven't seen it. I'm just shocked.
Yeah, you would dig it.
No,
it
was Slither for me. I was like, the guy that did Slither's doing Guardians. I'm there, brother. That's what I was.
Yeah, Whedon backing him up. That's why they both have horror backgrounds. But someone said earlier, Batman is in the MCU, or the first time a DC character is in the MCU. And correct,
Well,
Superman was in the
awesome.
Spider-Man. Superman was in the Spider-Man movie. When Aunt May was like, "You're not Superman, you know."
Well, they also mentioned him in that's the
Eternals.
Sam Raimi one.
Yeah.
That's
Which
the
is
same
not
Raimi
MCU.
man.
A Marvel movie. Well, okay, yes.
But in
technically.
Eternals,
Yeah.
there's a Superman reference to Icarus, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
Thanks for reminding me
That
of the
movie too.
Eternals. I appreciate
That movie wasn't that bad.
The
Better
Eternals
than She-Hulk.
Deluxe, bro.
Garbage.
This-
Diversity.
There's a Kingo
I got a black
advert
gay
in
man.
this
Surprise.
film.
They're mourning the
There's a
loss
couple-
of
Couple
Yeah.
Kingo references.
Kevin Conroy too.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, but
True
thank you,
shit,
Eric.
You know, we
When
never
you
did
in
a proper
Eternals-
movie review for Eternals. Maybe we'll have to revisit that one day, except for I don't want to watch it again.
I'll never
I
watch
will
it.
do a proper movie
I
review
haven't
when
seen
they
it
release a proper fucking movie.
I think
You make
Eternals
sense when you talk.
has some of the best cinematography in any Marvel movie. I stand by that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's all shit they're filming. That's a shame. You're like, ooh,
I disagree.
look at this
I
camera.
disagree.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think the best cinematography
The
in a
best
Marvel
camera
movie,
angles on shit.
Guardians
best
Volume
camera
2 for me
angles,
is the best
shit.
cinematography. That's just me, though.
I mean,
Oh my
that's
God.
all Zack Snyder does is great cinematography most of the time.
Yeah, too bad.
But
James
his
Gunn.
movies are still good.
James Gunn.
Also,
You say Zack
Well, who-
Snyder? What are we talking about?
No, well, I was just defending
300.
cinematography. Like,
Could you
there's
imagine
people
if
who
Zack
go,
Snyder did a 4-hour cut in a cave of the Eternals? It would probably
With crap?
it would be dope. It would, yeah.
It
It'd be like a
dope, but if
nightmare
he wrote it-
sequence where
if he wrote it,
fucking
it'd be
Thanos
suck.
comes back and
There are fans
Play
of the
slow
Eternals
motion
out there,
football.
y'all. There are fans of the Eternals out there. We recognize that, and in
I
the
don't
spirit
care.
of the holiday,
I mean, I love you guys. but
we'll allow it.
I
And
don't-
we'll still
I
love
don't
you.
care if you like
That's
it.
fine.
I
The
love
Eternals.
you. I just don't like Eternals. It's garbage.
We just don't like GoBots.
The
That's what
Eternals
don't like
would
GoBots
have been
around
so fucking good as a series.
You could have just done a
yeah.
series.
Everything else worked. The fucking film
Exactly.
would work if it was a series.
Disney Plus
We have a
show.
major problem in
with
Hollywood right now, and
equal-
that's not being able to tell what should be a movie and what should be a series.
Batman.
That's why they
with
brought Iger
Batman.
back.
Yep.
All right. Anyway,
Wakanda Forever's a
We
series.
keep bringing this into fucking criticism of the MCU. We're here to celebrate their latest attempt, which
Because
is
they've been giving us shit for so long, man.
Look, out of 5 you digs, what do you give this one?
Sorry.
I give it a 5. I love this slot.
Yeah.
I think it's the best thing. Much like Werewolf by Night, it's one of the best things that has come out of the MCU in like a long time. And
Yep.
I think it's better than most of the shows too that have come out. Even like the ones I like a lot, like WandaVision and Loki. I think it's as good as them, really.
Yeah, man.
And,
Loki's awesome. I love Loki.
and it has the advantage of being like a holiday special, so like people watch it every year.
It might even be better than Loki and them just because they were trying to be impactful, and this could have easily been a throwaway and was still just as impactful. Yep.
Like it is exactly what I expected of it, but it's also so much more than what I expected of it.
Yep.
It's Guardians 2.25 or 2.69.
Yeah.
2.69.
I was about to say that Marvel's gonna start doing its point issues again. I can't deal with that.
The point 21.
Oh,
Then issue
so,
21.
Marvel, if you're listening, we don't want any more point bullshit. Like, we don't want any more of that,
It gets
okay?
confusing. All right.
We
The
don't
L and the
us
R's.
mid.
If
Stop
it's gonna
giving
be a
us
20
mid.
issue story, just fucking tell us. Own it. Just own it. God
It's
damn
a
it.
story, man.
All right. I cannot break the stride. Once again, the 6 of us gathered to talk about a holiday special, and we give it 5 you digs across the board. I give this 5 you digs. It had me laughing out loud. So much that Ariel looked at me and was like, I'm trying to sleep, motherfucker. You stop laughing so much. Like, I was laughing so much, and my heart was warmed. And like Mark McGrath said, every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of the corner. My heart grew 3 times the size watching this, man. It broke me, dude, for a moment. I got emotional. I wasn't like, bleh, but I got emotional watching this.
Put you in the feels.
It hit me in the feels, man. And just like Guardians 2 did for me, man. Like Guardians 2 to me is still my favorite MCU project because that just means so much to me personally. To the point where I adopted Star-Lord's facial hair for like 6 months in my life.
Nice.
I did that. When I
really
adopt
weird.
facial hair from a movie, that's a big deal, man.
It was.
Only 2 movies ever made me do that. Guardians 2 and Inside Llewyn Davis, which will be talking about tonight in
I
January.
thought you were gonna say No Holds Barred.
Oh, bro, let's get to it, man. I want to know. Can we get a clean new release of No Holds Barred, like from Arrow or Shout Factory or something? I'd be down. But 5 you dicks for me, man. It's a pitch perfect fucking holiday special. It's right up there with Frosty the Snowman. Santa Claus is coming to town. The Little Drummer Boy. I'm a big fan of that. All the Rankin and Bass stuff. Rudolph. This is like a Charlie Brown Christmas level, man. And they ain't going to edit the meaning of Christmas out of this one. At least I hope they fucking don't.
It won't have a coda.
Fucking amazing. If this comes out on physical media, I'm going to goddamn buy it in case they take out the meaning of Christmas. Because maybe one day it's not going to be cool to tell people to love each other. I don't fucking know where we're going in the world. We need more shit like the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Actors.
They did it perfectly. Fucking actors. They're not all as bad. That moment where Kevin Bacon is on the phone with his wife. Would it bother
Kira Sedgwick.
Would it bother you if I'm a little bit?
Oh,
late?
wow.
There's some people that need to understand what Christmas is.
Meaning. That was such a great line. Yeah. And Kraglin kind of looks at him and gives him that little nod between each other. Yeah.
Because they don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know at all. And then that bit there where Peter goes, he didn't hear the rest of the story. Right.
Right.
And then they show us that.
Sad.
And so it just shows you that even when times are the lowest during these seasons, and we all have these moments, maybe you've lost some people, maybe you feel alone, but when you do feel that way, remember what the holiday meant to you before, and then reach out to people, your friends, your family, the people you love, and make the holiday mean that again. Right? Let's make Christmas of 2022 the most meaningful PCP fucking Christmas ever. Don't worry, we can talk shit on the 23rd for Festivus. But let's make Christmas the whole season really mean something.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And
5 gigs all the way around.
maybe get a Thanksgiving MCU movie. I mean, what the hell? Thanksgiving gets
Yeah.
again, bro. What's going on here?
My favorite Thanksgiving movie is House of Yes. Maybe we'll do it next year, but I'm always nervous about people actually.
Parker Posey.
I love House of Yes, brother. That's my favorite Thanksgiving movie. Maybe next year we'll finally do it, right? But we kind of did it this year, right? We did a whole month on Godfather, man. That's about family.
It is about family.
It's the MCU. They gave us the Halloween with the werewolf, and then they gave us the Christmas with the garlic. They skipped Thanksgiving, man. What's going on here?
Yeah,
maybe have I don't know.
I'm wondering if the specials like it was like a thing because I was watching that by the Disney special for Werewolf by Night. I think it was called like by director or something or director by night, and he reached out to them to do that. Like he had an idea and pitched it to them, and they said, "Oh, yeah, we like it. We'll give you the budget." Yeah, I'm wondering if Gunn did it. Well, Gunn he could easily approach Feige and
Feige's is like my bad.
Yeah, he's like whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
Here's what's going to happen now. Now Marvel, they're going to take the wrong fucking idea from all of this. They're going to be like, people loved Werewolf by Night. They loved the Guardians holiday special. Here's what we got to do. We got to now do a holiday special for every fucking holiday. They're going to try to go full boards like Charlie Brown did. But they don't have
Arbor
the
Day
nuance
special.
of Charlie
And
Brown.
Jessica Gal writes it all.
Goddamn special. There's going to be a fucking Arbor Day special. There's going to be a fucking Earth Day special. There's going to be a 4th. They're all going to suck from this point forward. Probably.
As long as they have like Howard the Duck and Great Lakes Avengers at some point, I'll be there for it.
Marvel, if you're listening, if you're watching, don't take the wrong idea from this. Why these two specials worked is because you gave ownership to creators and allowed them to create.
Yep.
Keep
You
doing
gotta stop
that.
micromanaging.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
So 555
No direct
555
notes.
for a PCP average of fucking 5, y'all. Shit, dude.
Hey.
Perfect score yet again from a Marvel project. Holy shit.
They still got it.
Well, we appreciate everybody being
They
here.
tried.
Thanks to everybody in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Thanks to
yeah.
everybody. in the
Yeah.
chat. We're going to keep the holiday vibes going. Tomorrow night on Dylan's Horror Show, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, we're talking about Blood Rage. It is a Thanksgiving-themed slasher film that was filmed in 1983. It sucked so bad they kept it on the shelf for 4 years till they released it in 1987. And it's so bad. This movie is awesome. Like, it really is, man. I'm not even kidding. And as we alluded to on Monday night, we're finishing up the Godfather series with the Godfather Part 3. It's going to be a good conversation.
Yes, it will. Yes, it
And
will.
then the following week, we get back into the Christmas spirit. We're talking about Go. First Monday of December.
Nice.
And then the next Monday after that, Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
2 of my personal favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And
Look at Michelle
Batman
Pfeiffer.
Returns will be the
Oh,
final
yeah.
PCP movie night of 2022. And it's been the best year of PCP movie night. And y'all, shit ain't even started yet. Fable, thank you for being here, man. You got a show tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, man. Blaine Fable and his amazing friends is back. We took a 1 week off because of the Thanksgiving holiday, but we're back this Saturday. We're gonna have Pocan Joe and Gary B on the show. And we're gonna be talking about what we're thankful for and what we want for Christmas, man. That's gonna be a theme on the show. So hell yeah, tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern on IG Live. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for being here, Fable. What about you, Manny? You got anything coming up you want to plug, brother?
Yeah. I've got if you follow my YouTube channel, you can see a whole bunch of reviews that you saw when I did them live on the show, made into shorts. So tune into that shit. And I'm just so fucking happy that we all got to get together tonight and say, fuck the GoBots, Fuck
Yeah,
them.
man.
Yeah. Fuck those
I love
fucking-
the GoBots.
Marvel was making it clear.
fuck those fucking GoBots. What the
that
fuck?
guy.
What the fuck?
You're not Megatron. You're not Megatron.
No, you talk.
Marvel was like, that's for you Transformers fans.
You talking about this shit, motherfucker. What the fuck? Ah!
Oh my god, I thought that was actually a
Sound
GoBot.
wave effect on, man.
I think he died.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I love the GoBots because when I was a kid, my family didn't have much money, so I didn't get no Transformers. I got GoBots, and I fucking loved the GoBots, man.
You know, my family didn't have much money either, but I still refused those shit.
That's right.
Pretentious ass snobby Fable. Jesus. We're reviewing, by the way, for next week. Challenge of the GoBots. Fable will be here. We're going to be talking about the whole series. I'm just kidding. Delaney, thank you for being here, man. You got a new YouTube channel. Why don't you talk about that real quick?
Yeah, man. Brooks and I have a YouTube channel called Go Figure. And we had hopefully had a great live stream. Thank you guys up top for being there. Steph, if you got some toys one day, we'll invite you to it too.
Yeah.
Next week, we are planning to do reviews. We may even do. I was thinking about just doing a live stream every Wednesday, and just talking shit about toys and stuff. I don't know what the plan's going to be, but I know Brooks and I talked about doing our first review, like actual review, and hopefully you'll tune in for that soon. We'll edit it, cut it, and have it up for you as soon as I get editing software and a camera worth a damn. But I'm very, very excited that you guys are tuning in. We got 39 subscribers, one more to 40.
Great show.
So yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for everything you guys did. I really appreciate it. I know, it was some mishaps, but I didn't have an Ethernet cable, so it was a struggle stream. But I'll get better. We'll get better.
Called me the next day, and the first thing I said was like, "Hey man, were you plugged up, or were you on Wi-Fi?"
Yeah. I was on Wi-Fi.
I was like, "There's a lot to learn."
I'm on Wi-Fi now.
We're all still learning this game, and if
feel.
someone can please throw a link to Go Figure Reviews up in the channel and a link to Fable's channel.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all can check it out. And, of course, to Manny's channel, which you changed the name again. Nerdtastic News. But don't worry. Steph, I know you got a show tomorrow night. You excited about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I still haven't watched it yet. I meant to watch it last night, but I'm excited for this one.
It's so dumb, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's so
my
stupid.
God. When you guys have me watching. Oh my God.
It's so good, though. It's so bad.
That's good. We usually have the best conversations with those
It's
movies.
one of those movies that's so
right.
dumb. It's so good. It's not like Kingdom of the Spiders, which was so dumb. It was just dumb.
Bad.
So-
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah,
one's
okay.
fucking fun, man. And then I highly encourage anybody who has access to Shudder, and you should have Shudder if you're a fan of PCP Movie Night and a fan of Dylan's Horror Show. Shudder is the best investment you can get in any streaming service. And they're not paying me to say that, but I would be willing to be a shill for fucking Shudder. They wouldn't have to give me anything, to be honest with you. Just give me a link. I don't fucking know. Just give our people some kind of discount or a free month.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I do this shit. Like with the Whatnot thing.
That would be
By
crazy.
the way, there's a
That
link
would
in
be
the
dope.
description below.
DHS sponsored by Shudder.
for credit to Whatnot. If you've never signed up for Whatnot, you can do it, right? You know why I do this?
$15 credit?
$15 credit. If you've never been on
Wow.
Whatnot, there's a link in the description below. Go to that, sign up. Your first purchase, you get a $15 credit, right? So here's the thing. I don't do that for me. I do that for y'all. Like, I want to pass those savings to y'all. If it helps PCP, that's fine. But all the affiliate shit, Manny knows it gives us nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like selling t-shirts doesn't do shit. Get your Horny Time horseshoe shirts, though. We do that for y'all, right? That's why we do that. How we make money.
Buy the
here
merch.
It's super chats. To be honest, that's the way we make the most of our money. It's fine. It's all good. The affiliate links are just for y'all. I say that because a friend of mine just did this. He got Whatnot came after him too. He turned it into a whole stream about I turned down Whatnot. He did that. I get it. It's fine. It's I think we have an Entertainment Earth.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
We talking about our boy.
Speaking of passing on the savings,
What's going
make
on?
sure you can check out ee.toys. You don't
There
put
you
the
go.
.com. Oops. But just ee.toys/tomorrow. Get yourself 10% off on all your Entertainment Earth purchases.
And after you do that, I think you can do the same thing with ee.com/popculture philosophers. I don't know. That link
Savings all around, guys.
I don't know. We got some kind of
So
link
much
somewhere.
plugging.
I don't fucking know. Anyway, enough
And
about Dylan.
I just want to pass the savings off to y'all and earn a 15% commission.
And then maybe
You love how I turned the affiliate links into like we're doing this for y'all. We're shilling for. I may be a shill, but I'm shilling for you. Okay,
right
I'm
reason.
trying to pass off those deals to you. By the way, if you go to dynamicforces.com, and you want to buy something, put in your code Robbie, you'll get 10% off. And they got some great new Ken Hazer fucking remarks right now. Link in the
Can't you buy Transformers comics too that are better than GoBots?
Yeah, they have we have comics from everybody. Actually, to be honest with you,
Tom Scioli did a damn good job with our comic book stuff. God damn it.
Brooks, thank you for being here. Any final thoughts, man?
My favorite part was when he kicked the tree.
Hey, what about when he's getting tickled by the fucking gun?
I'm gonna pee myself.
Yo. Yo.
Oh my
Interesting.
gosh.
We almost didn't have the show tonight, and then
Yeah.
David was like, "Bruh, are we doing Guardians?" And yeah, dude, when's it released? It's out.
It's all right.
And here we are, almost 2 hours into the most excellent stream. Thank you all so much for being here. Join us tomorrow night when we talk about Blood Rage, a hilariously bad movie that is worth it. And then we unpack The Godfather Part 3 on Monday. Is it as bad as Jelani says, or is it as worth it as I say? And then don't forget, Christmas season is in gear. We're talking about Go the week after, and then Batman Returns. Lots of great PCP movie nights. On behalf of everybody here, thank you so much for being here. We love you. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, you filthy fucking animals, you pieces of shit, you actors.
Actor.
Not.